Hello, great people. Nigerians are left in shock as the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, through the office of the Attorney General of the Federation, is suing Senator Natasha at the Federal High Court in Abuja of accusing Senate President Akpabio and former governor of Kogi State Yahaya Bello of plot to assassinate her. You will recall that Senator Natasha during her homecoming, she revealed that they didn't want her to come home and that they are plotting to assassinate her, and that assassination should allegedly take place in Kogi State, and she fingered the Senate President Akpabio and the former governor of Kogi State Yahaya Bello. In a moment, I'll be playing you the video of where Senator Natasha made that particular revelation on Channels Television. Then afterwards, I will be reading the chat sheet to you because I have it here as reported by Sahara reporters, and afterwards we'll be dissecting the issues. This action of the government of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, what are the implications of it? Is it for justice or for politics? And we'll be looking at the effect on Senator Natasha who has proven over the time to be the cat with 9 lives. Will she be able to overcome this, or will this mark the end of the senator? And also we'll be looking at the implication of this for the Senate President Akpabio. Will this exonerate Akpabio, or it will lead to more revelation as regards our relationship between the Senator Natasha We'll be dissecting all these issues and a whole lot more on this episode with your sure plug, Dr. Omosholadedi. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, of course do well to subscribe to this channel. First, let us go and watch the video of where Senator Natasha made that particular revelation. Then we'll come back for some great discussion. Let's watch it.
You said that there were plans to kill you, and that the plan was not to kill you in Abuja, but to kill you right there in Kogi State. I'm very certain that you know the magnitude of that allegation, and you know what could become of that if it's not ironclad in evidence.
Sure. I'm glad you did affirm that I'm a lawyer. And even if I'm not a lawyer, I'm a sane individual. And I do stand by what I said. It was part of the meeting, the discussions Akpabio had with Yahaya Bello that night to eliminate me. And
to what extent? To what purpose?
Let's say this. Let's ask the Senate President, why in the first instance did he withdraw my security, if not to make me vulnerable to attacks? Mind you, of all the senators there, well, let's just say, we're about 109 senators, but we all have different stories. I have been a high-profile, vulnerable individual because of the nature of politics I've experienced in the year 2018, very violent and dangerous. And I've always had my security, okay? So stripping me of my security simply because I'm suspended illegally, actually, he just positioned me before attacks, and I knew immediately what
Is that the reason why you think they want to eliminate you?
That's not it. Mind you, I said that there was a conversation. So that happened. I was suspended on the 6th day of March, right? And shortly a week after, which was the 14th, a week and a few days after when he met with him, he then emphasized that I should be killed, but I should be killed in Kogi. And that was one of the reasons why I did not go home on time. I delayed going home because I needed to put some measures on ground. I did write a letter to the Inspector General of Police, and I sent a copy to his WhatsApp. I forwarded the copy to his WhatsApp. He's not responded to that yet. But again, I've spoken on the phone to a number of persons in the security as well. I did notify them.
Can you make such an allegations of a meeting where you were not present?
I heard it's just like, okay, how again? Like, I tell you, there were actually three conversations that happened that day. I spoke only about 2. The third one was quite minute, which is that they should prepare to field in someone who will, just in case I want to contest in 2027, some strong person who will clinch the ticket from me during the primaries. That's the third part of it. The first was my recall. The second was to eliminate me. The third was to put in someone who would take the ticket from me in 2027 if I want to contest. So if you are doubting the veracity of the killing, yes, then what about the recall that we just experienced? Are you getting my point?
Are you able to prove this? That's the point. I mean, anyone can make an allegation, but the issue is, are you able to prove it when it comes to it?
Let us get to that bridge. I'm hearing that the Senate President wants to sue me for that. I will tell him to go ahead. We'll meet and we'll cross that bridge.
There you have it. You just watched the video of Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan where she accused the Senate President Akpabio and former governor of Kogi State Yahaya Bello of assassination plot. Now the federal government led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu through the office of the Attorney General of the Federation is now filing charges reportedly against Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan at the Federal High Court in Abuja. Now I will read you the details of the charges. It reads thus, as you can see on your screen. It says in the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory in the Abuja Division holding at Abuja, charge number CR/297/25 between Federal Republic of Nigeria as complainant and Senator Natasha H. Akpoti-Uduaghan as defendant. Now, take note of something before we continue. The complainant is the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Akpabio is not listed therein. Yahaya Bello is not listed therein as complainant. So, it is only the federal government that is now fighting the battle. Yahaya Bello is not mentioned. Akpabio is also not mentioned. Now, this is the information of the charges. It says that at the High Court session holding at Abuja on the date is left blank, 2025, the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is informed by the Honorable Attorney General of the Federation on behalf of the Federal Republic of Nigeria that you, Senator Natasha H. Akpoti-Uduaghan, are charged with the following offenses. Count 1, statement of offense, making imputation. Listen to this carefully. Making imputation, knowing or having reason to believe that such imputation will harm the reputation of a person contrary to Section 39 of the Penal Code Law, Cap 89 Laws of the Federation 1990, and punishable under Section 392 of the same law. Now, again, in the statement of offense, the name of the person is not mentioned. And in that particular video, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan mentioned different kind of people. Now, it is not one person, but look at this charge sheet. Let us point out a flaw in it. It says the reputation of a person, not the reputation of persons. Now, the question is that if this charge sheet is followed, the question is, who is that person? Is Akpabio acting through the federal government and leaving out Yahaya Bello? Is it Yahaya Bello that is acting through the federal government and leaving out Akpabio? Because it says a person, and Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan accused Akpabio and Yahaya Bello. Now, let us go to the particulars of the offense. It says that on or about the 3rd day of April 2025, during a live studio interview program, Politics Today on Channels TV in Abuja, Federal Capital Territory, within the jurisdiction of this honorable court, you, Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, made so statement. You know, I've played the video to you, and you saw the statement that she made on Channels Television. So that is why the federal government, being led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is now charging her. Now, let us go to the issues. Well, for me, it is surprising. Why is federal government the complainant? Did she accuse the federal government or its agencies? Because it's a bit absurd in the sense that the federal government is the one that rushed to court. The federal government is acting as the complainant, and the Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan did not accuse the federal government. She did not accuse even the agencies of the federal government, be it the police, be it the military, be it the DSS. So you may want to ask yourself that, why are you now saying the federal government of Nigeria, the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Then, if Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan has case with an agency of government, definitely you would mention that agency of government, whether it is the police, the DSS versus Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan. But now you are using the name of the Federal Republic of Nigeria holistically. You are using it as a whole. You know, I'm leaving room for ambiguity that you begin to wonder that, okay, who is now the representative of the Federal Republic of Nigeria in this instance? Is it Akpabio, that is the Senate President, that is now, you know, using the name of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Because the name of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is supposed to be a respected name that you don't just use anyhow. Now, the Tinubu government, to my mind, and I stand to be corrected, everybody have their own opinion, shouldn't have gotten itself involved in this case. This case is a case of two people, is a case of two adults, and they know what is between them, the federal government of Nigeria shouldn't have brought itself into this case, because this case has local dimension in Kogi State. It has interstate dimension between Kogi State and Akwa Ibom State. It has a kind of like national dimension in the sense that the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is involved as an institution that both Akpabio and Akpoti Uduaghan belongs to. And also, if you look at it very well, it has an international dimension. Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan has reported Akpabio to the UN. She has appeared on so many international platforms. So I think that regardless of anything, the federal government should have allowed Akpabio to fight his battle. If Akpabio feel aggrieved, he should have approached the court. He has the money to hire lawyers. He has enough resources at his disposal. Yahaya Bello can also approach the court. Not that the federal government will not be acting on their behalf when Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan has neither accused the federal government nor its agency. So I find this a kind of like an abuse of power. And if you look at it, whether anybody likes it or not, there are places that needs attention. Zamfara needs attention. Borno needs attention. Our health sector needs attention. Our educational sector needs attention. Our economy needs attention. Nigerians generally needs attention. So why would the federal government be devoting the taxpayers' money to now be using it to fight a battle between two adults? I think that leaves more to be desired on the part of the government. So now that the government has reportedly taken that action, can we have an open trial? Can we have an open trial in this case whereby, everybody will be able to say what transpired openly? And I'm sure that the media station will be willing to transmit the trial live. So can we have an open trial for us to know what will go on at the trial, so that the mind of Nigerians can be true that, okay, government is really not after witch hunting Senator Natasha Akpoti Uduaghan. Will she overcome this travail at this point in time? Because she has proven to be an overcomer. She beat the state governor to his game, Usman Ododo, Yahaya Bello, the godfather of Usman Ododo, and she contested the election, and at the end of the day, she won at the tribunal. So Natasha has always won. Will she triumph at this point in time? And I just hope that the Senate President Godswill Akpabio is not guilty as alleged, because you don't know the amount of evidence that Natasha has. Natasha is also a lawyer. Before she can come out to accuse you, you don't know the amount of evidence that she has. So if you are guilty as alleged, I hope that you are not using your hand to use street balance to do yourself and wash your dirty linen in public. We look forward to the end of this case. It's been an interesting time with you. Subscribe, turn on your notification button, catch up with my past video. See you in my next video. I love you all sincerely.